Real quick tour of the McKeen car for the last trend of the day.
One on each side, please. Go on this side. There you go. There we go. Thank you. So
Why is my camera?
here,
There we go, much better. Baggage compartment.
3, 2, 1, smile.
There's the engine. This is not the original engine for this car. It's a hydraulic locomotive. The flywheel down there is just for decoration. And there's the controls. Starting from the front and making our way back, there's the air whistle and the bell. And there's the controls. The only one operational in the country. And then the rear of the car, of the 22. I'm here with David Squire here at the Nevada State Railroad Museum in Carson City, Colorado. I'm inside the cab of the McKeen car.
Yeah. Right. This is our donated Cat 3208 prime mover. Hydraulic drive, hydrostatic, control lever there, brake stand, throttle, gauges, nautical style brake wheel, and, hydraulically driven air compressor up there. The brakes and whistle don't use brakes much for the hydrostatic drive.
Right. Maybe just for emergencies to get it stopped quick.
Well, sometimes on the hill it'll creep back a little bit, so we'll throw the air to the brakes.
So that knob there is the bell.
This is the bell.
Kind of loud, other than
loud.
dinging.
Yeah, we got the original whistle. The mechanism for the bell is original. The bell is a replacement. Lean on the hydraulic tank there.
All right. So this thing costs $1 million to restore.
Just a little over $1 million in about 14 years.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, used to be a plumbing shop. Clear.
Alright guys, Chris here, and it's kind of hard to hear anything over the sound of the engine running, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of commentary. The McKeen car was originally built in 1910 for the Virginia and Truckee Railroad. It was, the order was placed in October of 1909, and it was delivered May 9th of 1910. It ran on the Virginia and Truckee until 1945 on a line from Carson City to Minden, and it ran about over 500,000 miles during its 35 years of running. It was then turned into a diner and eventually became an office for a plumbing business, and then it was donated to the Nevada State Railroad Museum in 1995. The car was rebuilt and restored back to its original condition, pretty much, with the exception of the engine and transmission being different. It is a National Historic Landmark, and it was declared in 2012. The car is 72 feet long. It's a pretty big car. It's a nice car, very elegant in design. Porthole windows all along it. Very ornate inside. Later in another video, I'll show you as riding as a passenger instead of up in the cab. This really wasn't in the cab. I was allowed. They let me sit there at the door to the cab that goes between the cab and the baggage car compartment, so I can film them. But they do not do cab rides in it at all. I already asked about it. Right now we're going by the roundhouse. Well, not really roundhouse, but they're shops, which you can go inside and take a look at some cars in there. There is not very much to see, so I'm going to be speeding up the video to save time. Chris here again, and here we are going to be backing onto their Y that they have, so we can go into onto the turntable and back into the shops, since this was the last train of the day. Instead of letting us off at the station, they continued on back to the Y, and then all the way back up to almost onto the turntable where they let us off at. So the last trip of the day, if you ever get a chance to ride it, it's well worth it because you get to ride a little bit more for the same price. And it was pretty fun too. So just remember to ride the last train of the day. Here we see them bringing the McKeen car forward onto the turntable. I actually got to help them turn the turntable to get it ready for them to put it away. This is sped up a little bit for timing.
Just barely fits.
As you heard a minute ago, it barely fits on the turntable. If it was just a little bit longer, it would not fit on the turntable at all. Here we see Mr. Squire getting the turntable ready to turn.
Well, that was fun.
Here we see them pulling the McKeen car back into the shops, and this is pretty much where my day ended here at the Nevada State Railroad Museum. In my next video I will show you how it feels, a video of how it feels to be as a passenger in the passenger compartment. I rode on the last 2 trains of the day, and actually another train earlier in the day as well, but the guy gave me 2 tickets for the price of 1, so I rode the last 2 trains of the day, as well as one of the other trains.
And that is the
around
Virginia
noonish.
Trucking 22 McKeen Rail
I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.